I remember thinking, how exciting can a 39 horsepower single cylinder really be? Well, turns out I was asking the wrong questions, because honestly, this bike doesn't try to impress you with spec sheets and numbers. It really impresses you out on the road. And I'm about to tell you why. Now, before we get into the meat of this, I want to give a massive shout out to the crew at Motomax in Osborne Park. They've got some of the most helpful staff in the game and an absolute goldmine of bikes and gear to check out. If you're in the area, do yourself a massive favor and pop in or hit the link in the description below to check out their stock online. Now, the moment I threw my leg over the Guerrilla 450, I kind of had a hunch this thing was going to surprise me. Sure enough, right away, it felt agile, light, and snappy off the line.
Oh yeah! That's unbelievable!
Now this is the first ride-by-wire throttle in the Royal Enfield lineup, and you can really feel it. It's buttery and really smooth. Now, being a single-cylinder engine, I wasn't expecting to have my socks blown off. I was realistic. But man, this thing had some serious pull, and even in eco mode, it's linear and approachable. Pretty much perfect if you're just starting out on a motorcycle. But look, here's the kicker. I've ridden plenty of bikes with quote-unquote riding modes that barely feel any different. But man, the Guerrilla, it's a complete different animal. The moment I flicked it into performance mode, the throttle came alive. I'm talking instant response. It feels like the bike just pretty much doubled in power. And you know what? The 39 horsepower spec sheet pretty much went straight out the window. I didn't care what was written on paper anymore. I knew this was the bike you could just have an experience for yourself. And damn, I'm glad I did. Now let's talk about that Sherpa 450 heart. It's Royal Enfield's first liquid-cooled powertrain, shared only with the Himalayan and the Guerrilla. And it's a brilliant design. It keeps things cool, efficient, and consistent. And at a price point of around $8,500, you're getting an absolute bargain. But here at Brad Rides, I'm not just about the stats. I love a good-looking bike. And my goodness, she's an absolute beauty. Just look at those lines. The satin smoked silver finish looks premium, and I absolutely love the subtle decal placement. It's classy and sporty without screaming for attention. And to top it all off, they finished it off with these beautiful 9-spoked black wheels that definitely look the part. And look, silver isn't your vibe, they have plenty of other options out there for you to choose from. But personally, this was one of my favorite colors out there. Now, they call this bike a roadster, and look, sure, that fits. But I seriously think if you slap some knobbies on this thing, you've got yourself a proper scrambler. Now on the tech side, that TFT screen is crisp, responsive and clear. It's a big tick for me, and it makes the bike feel real high quality. You get all the info you need, you get your fuel range, you get your trip meters and your fuel consumption, plus a bunch of other little extras like your auto dimming interface, which is really nice touch if you're, traveling through tunnels or you find yourself riding at night. It kind of comes up with a nice, beautiful little black display screen. And I personally think for the price, they've really nailed the quality to value ratio. Now, yes, we've established the Guerrilla is a winner in the looks department, but you know what we haven't done? We haven't gotten to the best part, the hills. Now, after riding it, I could tell this bike was designed to carve through the Himalayas, but it still felt right at home on our tight little twisties here in Perth. And I'll have to admit, it put an ear-to-ear grin on my face. Now, one of the things I noticed is the bike just glided over all the road imperfections while staying completely locked in. It gave me confidence, but not recklessness. And this is what I want you to understand. In a world full of review channels that just read off a brochure, I want to show you guys how this bike feels. You can love the numbers all you want, but if a bike just isn't giving you that rush, that pure freedom, then what's the point? We ride because we love the freedom, whether it's mentally or physically. If you're looking for an affordable, reliable, and incredibly fun motorcycle, do yourself a bloody favor. Go ride a Guerrilla 450. I can really see what they tried to do here with the Guerrilla 450, especially in India where a 650 is classed as a big bike. The 450 just seems like that perfect little sweet spot. And if you're in India and you're driving through these roads and the streets are crowded, you're not going to need much than a 450. And the way it felt light and nimble, it would be the perfect bike to get you around the city streets, but also just to absolutely let it rip through the mountains, through the hills, no matter where you are in the world. That's the feeling I got from this bike. I felt like they really squeezed every little bit of juice they could out of a single cylinder 450 liquid cooled engine, and it's bloody fantastic. Now guys, I hope this short and sweet review helped you get a little bit closer to finding your next bike. And if it did, please hit that thumbs up and let me know your thoughts in the comments. It really helps me tailor these videos to what you want to see. Thank you so much for watching. Check the links below for the gear I used in the shoot, and God bless.